How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video we have myself playing Xros Heart going up against Digimon. So I hate the Shaman deck and I probably will not really be playing it. But the set did just come out, so we're trying to learn it, we're trying to figure it out so we can be ready to play against it. And we figured that Digimon might be able to do really well against it. So we're gonna have no rookie to open up with. Mikey is going to also whiff on a rookie search, which is less than ideal, but such is Digimon. On the other hand, we have the young Tumblemon going into an early Deltamon and Maki. So we're going back to a black based Gaimon here, just to see if that does better against the meta. We're able to pick up a Shaman. We're gonna see if we can set up our Xros Heart shenanigans. The Shaman deck is interesting. It's obviously very, very powerful, but it doesn't really play Digimon. I don't really like it. We have another Mikey, and then the Mikey bottom decks the other two Mikeys. So that's all the Mikeys we're gonna see this entire game. Also, all the cards are still new. I'm still trying to figure out all the names and stuff. So please bear with me while we do that. We're gonna Digivolve into the Darulu guy. So with the Maki and the Deltamon, you can go into the Megadramon for 1 and kill one of the Maki. And then can go into the Gaimon Blitzen and use the Megadramon Inheritable to kill the other Maki. Does hit into a tie, which is kind of nice. But you could see very quickly how the deck could just do so well against Xros Heart. From like one memory, the Megadramon was able to clear both my Mikeys because of the Blitz from the Gaia. And then, it's going to be able to rush me down and essentially win the race. So obviously losing the Mikeys is kind of rough. We're going to play the Shoutman to get some searches. Picking up the green guy and the yellow tamer, some good stuff. But honestly, as soon as the double Mikeys were popped, we're just in a terrible situation. We have the Agumon from the back. The Altar Art is kind of nice. Gonna just keep swinging. So the Megadramon can't really pop anything at this point. Oh, I guess it takes away the Shaman, right? Or no, the Deltamon can take away the Shaman. The Megadramon is 3 cost specifically, so he can't clear anything out. But at this point, we're down to 1 security. And, we were able to set up a Christopher, and at least we can save the Shoutmon. But up against 4 security and another stack in the back with Deltamon and a Taper being played, this game might just be over already. So I think the idea is that like a good Blackwargreymon or Megadramon to clear the Tamers can just win the game by itself. Gonna be swinging into a Blackwargrey. We can save the yellow dude. We do have 3 members to work with from the tie. The tie works well with the Shoutmons. Gonna be tapping the Christopher so we can take the 2 sources. We have the green guy and then we need the other one. I guess we don't, so it's gonna be for 3. Do get that juicy card draw though. But because we're missing a source, we're not even gonna get to get that +1, so it's kind of sad there. I'm gonna be 1 check. At the end of the tag, we can choose to, restand the Christopher or whatever. But we're clearly still missing some pieces. We don't really have what we have. So we might just leave the Shaman up there. And then gonna go into a Sunrise Buster. And we can at least clear the Tapermon. Even so, there's still 2 bodies left on the board. Potentially shenanigans. Gonna go into a Blackwargreymon, which Digivolves. We can then save the Shaman, but we definitely lose the rest of the stack. So good job there preventing the save effect. Can then go into a Blackwargreymon, and then Blackwargreymon can just clear the Christopher. And then it's going to be swing and swing for game. So a pretty solid game 1 for Gaimon. You can see that, again, like the Tamer Destruction is just so strong against Xros Heart. But obviously, don't get me wrong, like Xros Heart is probably the best deck of the format and maybe the next couple formats as well. So I guess we'll see. The Shaman deck is very, very strong. It's very annoying though. I don't like it. We're going to go rookie into Mikey. A much better Mikey here. We can pick up the Tamer because the Tamers are all Xros Hearts. And then put the green guy underneath, the Luisthepanda. Just going to set up the Tamer. We could play the yellow guy and then get the draw. So a much better opener for Xros Heart, right? Much better. And she doesn't have a rookie, so that's pretty good for us. We're gonna start being aggressive, swinging at security, getting some card draw, getting our save going. Try and set up some Digi cross play soon enough. Getting all the saves. Like, okay, from this position we can like just start playing the Shatmon crosses, assuming we have them, right? And then once you start playing the other guy, you get the card draw. It just ends up being so much. So we go into the blocker, skill attack +1. So I'm going for 2 checks, does survive against everything. So a much better game for us, obviously. And then setting up another Mikey to pass turn. Taking the Starmons and then putting another Shatmon underneath. Alright, so the Greymon X is still there. You know, if you get the Gaia Man, you want to give him some protection. It's like the ideal way. Although it is more awkward in the black base, because like you have this red champion that can't really digivolve too well. But when you are able to set up the stack, you know, it definitely does pay off. Looks like still no rookie for Gaio. Tumblemon just sitting back there, very lonely. Potentially just de-digivolve the, yeah, I was saying, de-digivolve the Shaman. It's a good way to answer it, right? And it can get around the save. In this case, the Metal Greymon is not able to pop the green guy. So I guess if you're playing against these type of decks, when you're digicrossing, make sure you arrange your sources properly so that you're safe against those type of effects, right? In this case, putting the champion at the top. But the Alterius is able to clear it, so we're only able to save the green guy. And then again, Blackwargreymon can pop both the Mikeys. So you can see like we were very ahead in this game, right? We had so many tamers, the Shatmon cross, doing some damage, like we were great. And then all it takes is like one Blackwargreymon, and we have to start picking up our pieces from scratch again. Also, this Blackwargreymon does have blocker, so it's very annoying for like the little rookies to get through. It's hard to get some chip damage. Although she does only have 1 security left, so all we need is a way to close the game out potentially. We're going to be playing Shotman, trying to get those searches, might be looking for those crosses again. At this point the Blackwargreymon can just swing at it and restand and then stay as a blocker though. So it's definitely pretty tough to deal with. We can potentially answer it with a Sunrise Buster. Because the Blackwargreymon cleared out our tamers, now we're not going to have enough tamers to Sunrise Buster it, right? We're going to save the Shotman. I guess at this point it's better to spread out our saves in case she's able to delete even more tamers, right? Gonna promote the Agumon. Might be looking to set up a second stack here. Like imagine if she can go into another Blackwargreymon, clear both the tamers again potentially, right? Still missing some pieces, so it's gonna be Black Memory Boost. Can take the Gaio Man. Potentially as a way to like finish out the game. Could even just digivolve over the Blackwargreymon and then just use the reboot from the Gaio. And it's only going to cost 1 from the Maki, so I do like that. It's pretty solid. Now she's able to go more aggressive and can match the speed, right? So at this point we need to try and set up some sort of digicross play. We're going to be swinging security, trying to get some safe, trying to get some card draw. We're definitely still missing pieces. She's going to opt not to block in case that we then had the Shatmon after, right? Because this way she can block the Shatmon, and if it dies, it's not going to get its end of attack effect, and it won't let me restand the tamers. So pretty solid. I think that's definitely the correct play there. And then we're going to set up the green guy, which can tap our tamers to give us some memory and some card draw. So it's still pretty close game, I would say. The Gaiamon, you know, while aggressive, does not represent game right away. So potentially we have one more turn, and in the one extra turn we might be able to close the game out with enough Digicrosses. At the same time though, she could easily go up the chain, and if she's able to pop the Mikey, essentially she just wins right then and there, right? So you can see how the Gaio deck has the tools to deal with the Shatmon aggression, but at the same time, like, Shatmon deck is still Shatmon deck, and it could just win out of nowhere. I just don't really like that it doesn't really play Digimon, right? It's one of these decks where it's like, you sit there rookie rushing, and then after it's like, oh, you get to play guys that don't have summon insignias, that don't digivolve, but then like they still get all this dumb stuff, like all the card draw, the rush, the effects to do it again, the cost reduction, right? So it's like, you're playing these big boss monsters, you're not even paying for them. Hit into another, I think Sanji is the name, and we get another Luisthepanda from, which is pretty good, right? At this point, going wide might be good enough to just win the game outright. Gonna pop the memory boost. Going up to 3 memory. Might be thinking about, you know, trying to digivolve up into another Blackwargreymon potentially. Then again, the Monochromon is a pretty good blocker there, kind of just chilling. So in this case with the Maki Builder, going back to like those type of cards, Crimson Blaze is able to clear my full board there, and actually make a pretty big mistake to forget to save the Digimon ride. It is still a new deck, but just remember you can always save all your guys under the Tamers. But the Crimson Blaze there is pretty strong. We're gonna try and play the blocker +1 Shamon. Obviously I don't have the guys, but you know, we're trying to figure out like, oh, I forgot to save my guys. We're actually gonna go back in time and save everybody. And you know, this is not a tournament game, so like we're just learning the decks, trying to figure stuff out. I think this type of stuff is okay. Sometimes YouTube takes everything too seriously. Like not every game is a game for the World Championship or something, you know. Like sometimes we're just playing to learn and have fun. Because you know, that's Digimon at the end of the day, right? So we can Digicross into the blocker guy, get some memory and some card draw back. But still, if we swing, it's just blocked by the Gaia Man. So we still don't have much to do. She has, you know, potentially 3 swings next turn. We're still missing pieces. We can try and Crimson Blaze the Monochromon, except he's got the Tumblemon underneath, so he's actually 7k. Will not die to Crimson Blaze. And we don't have the other Shatmon. That's gonna be the game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching.